Hey Spirit fam. Okay, so I went ahead and made a part two because I have a tendency to ramble, and I really wanted, after my little shout out and talking about the community here on Instagram, the spiritual, metaphysical healing community, I really wanted to introduce myself to you guys. I probably haven't done that since I started my Instagram more than a year ago, and I'm probably going to ramble again. I am a writer. Normally, like, I write and then I read what I write so I can stick to what I'm trying to say, but we're just going to go with it. So you guys here know me as Oracle Bree Marie. My name is Sabrina. I've never really had a nickname that stuck in all of my life. And when I really started coming into my abilities, my psychic abilities, and tarot reading regularly as a profession, I went ahead and gave myself a nickname. It just it helped add to my identity and my healing process. So I'm only Bree Marie on here, Oracle Bree Marie, Bree, but my name is Sabrina. I am 35. I'll be 36 next month. I am a Gemini sun in the 12th house. So isn't that fun? Speaking of, struggling with identities, that had a lot to do with it. If you are into astrology, I have a Scorpio moon in the 4th house. So there's a nice double dose of Scorpio there with my subconscious mind and emotions. So that's always fun. I am a stay-at-home mother right now. I have 5 kiddos, but I have 4 at home. I had my oldest when I was 16. So he's actually going to be 20 this November. It's crazy. But I also have a 15-year-old daughter. And then I met my husband. He didn't have any kiddos. And we went ahead and had 3 more. So we have our daughter Sarah will be 5 in a few weeks. And I have 3-year-old twins. Which is why, if you're a customer of mine, which you're probably not, because this is for my friends and family on Instagram, I have very limited amount of time that I can put into my spiritual practice, into my spell work, into my readings. That's why you guys saw I'm taking this vacation, so I can do some stuff for myself, some readings for myself, some spells for myself, focus on my spiritual journey and my path. And I know you guys saw that recently. So I've been married to my husband for 6 years. We're going on 8 years together this summer. And he is my twin flame. And the twin flame journey is pretty wild, but we definitely went through our dark night of the soul with that whole reflection. My friend Kristen really wants me to make a video about our relationship and help inspire people in the love department. So that's something on my list. Hopefully I'll get to do here over the next couple weeks. But I am a writer. It's been quite a while since I wrote anything, but I'm very proud of a lot of the things that I have written. Sometimes you'll catch me putting my poems on TikTok when I have time. If anyone's interested, then definitely let me know and I'll drop you the link to my Facebook poetry page. I was going to make a book a few years back, Inside the Mind of a Gem Dreamer, but I haven't had the chance yet. Pretty busy waiting for the kids to grow up a little bit. I also want to hear more about all of you. Let me know down below. Tell me a bit about yourself. Why don't we go ahead and make this a thing, and everybody just go ahead and make a short video or write a post. Let's tell each other a bit about who we are. I am from Maine. I was born and raised in Maine. When I was 27, I moved to Texas, where I met my husband in San Antonio. And then now we live here in South Mississippi. Work brought him here. So I don't really have very many friends. I have no family here. Been here for about 5 years now. And I don't really try to make friends. I keep to myself. I'm kind of a hermit mode, which is why it's so powerful for me to make these lasting connections here with you guys on Instagram. A little bit about my abilities. I have always been into paranormal investigating. I have been known to spend more time in cemeteries than anywhere else. I've always felt a closer connection with those on the other side than those living, funnily enough. And Yeah, it's just my spiritual journey started very, very young. I've always been connected to my guides. I was astral traveling before I even knew what it was, if I can speak correctly. I dabbled in tarot a bit in my teen years, but I was a young mom, so it wasn't something that I could stick to. And back then, when I was 19, because I'm so old, like ancient, we had flip phones, like the Nokia phones. I couldn't just jump on Instagram. There wasn't a community of people. I didn't really have that support then to sustain staying in tarot. But it was really no surprise to my friends and family back in Maine when January of 2021 or December, January, I came out as professionally tarot reading. And then not long after that, I had a pretty amazing awakening where I realized that I'm clairaudient and I talk to dead people and spirits and guides and angels in my head. And which is funny because I always just thought I was crazy. My husband and I would joke about my 5,000 personalities when really they're not all mine. So that helped my healing journey too. I thought I was a little nutso for a while. I remember asking my husband once, do you ever have conversations with someone else in your head? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, I'll keep that to myself. But no, he wasn't surprised either. He tells me all the time I freak him out in a good way, but I definitely freak him out. I freak myself out. I know things and can do things that are pretty freaky, but it's fun. I've always been interested in this stuff. I love helping people heal. And then about 4 to 5 months into my journey, my psychic journey, my tarot reading journey, I do have clairvoyant abilities as well, but it's mostly just flashes, images. I predominantly am clairaudient. I hear a lot of stuff and I can make more sense out of the symbols and metaphors and information that I hear as opposed to what I see for some reason. But I'm very clairsentient. I just know shit that I shouldn't know. I'm definitely always have known that I'm an empath. I am a hardcore intuitive empath, which has given me severe social and generalized anxiety with panic disorder for a majority of my life, which is another reason why I stay home. Yeah, I didn't realize for a long time that my anxiety was directly related to the fact that I was picking up on everyone else's energy and emotions around me and claiming them as my own. So I definitely help teach and inform and help others understand their intuitive empath abilities to help them with their social anxieties. I have been doing shadow work and I've been doing shadow work on other people for a very long time, which is another reason why my friendships don't usually work out. I never really understood that I was naturally just doing it, helping people see their shadows to help them see their light, and in the most unbiased, non-judgmental way. But yeah, that is something that I've learned to only, point towards people who are looking for that kind of help. But so about 4 months into my psychic journey and my tarot reading, I had another epiphany that I had been fighting the fact that I am a 5th generation white witch on my mother's side of the family. Gosh, they have premonition, precognition, the ability to heal with white magic. They were always healers. I heard all the stories growing up and I thought they were cool, but in society, being a witch means that, you put curses and hexes on people and that, it's just, I don't know. I had imprinted in my mind this image of what everybody else thought a witch was. So I was like, I'm not a witch. I would even tell everybody I'm a psychic, but I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch. And I was fighting it. I fought it tooth and nail. And then I released it on one full moon and then I owned it and embraced it. So I'm not like a white witch, green witch, kitchen witch, whatever kind of witch. I don't really label myself, but I'm definitely a witch. I just say I'm a witchy woman. I'm a witchy woman. I do everything with intentions. And apparently, not only do I have many ancestors that are witches and healers and shamans, but in many past lives I've been as well. So we all have natural psychic abilities. We all know that. We all have intuitive abilities. We all have some sort of, if you choose to, you can open your third eye and you can really hone in on your psychic abilities, but no different than someone who is born and is a really good drummer, really good artist. They kind of took some of these skills from their past life and brought it in. I have been a master manifester and a wizard pretty much in many lifetimes before. So I have come into this lifetime with super strong manifestation abilities. I manifested reuniting with my husband in this lifetime. I manifested pretty much everything I have in my life right now. We can absolutely all learn to manifest and intention set. You do not have to have witches in your family or be a witch in your past life to hone in on your craft and to practice spell work. But it's definitely something that has come much more naturally to me. I don't have to work too hard at it. Once I was kind of reawakened to everything, it's literally like riding a bike again. So I am very blessed in that sense that I have carried and taken a lot of abilities from my past lives, and I have my spirit team, my ancestors, which have been hanging around me a lot this week, and we're going to talk about that in the eclipse video. But yes, I actually, one of my biggest problems is balancing my spiritual life with the earth plane. And I say that because I am much more spiritually inclined than I am here in the real world. I can very easily get lost in astrology, spell work, tarot, very easily get lost in it. And it's because I have stronger connections to that side than I do to the living side. But I think that's one of my biggest things, is having to learn how to balance that, how to bring the knowledge that I have, that I know, that I'm learning, and bring that in to help others. But at the end of the day, I'm a healer. I have a Etsy shop, Divine Soul Divination, where you can purchase spell jar kits or candle magic ritual kits. I will never ever do a spell or give you a spell jar that will alter someone's free will or make it so, how do I say this? We'll just say to affect someone else's free will. I'll never do a spell like that. I'll never do a hex or a curse or anything like that. I will help remove them, but I don't help put them on. I don't do relationship stuff, so I'll help take negative energy out of relationships, but I'm not going to make someone fall in love with you. That's not my kind of deal. I will never, ever, ever private message you for a reading or a spell, okay? So let's just get that out there right now. I will absolutely never do that. I don't need to do that. So if you ever get a message, someone asking you for a reading claiming to be me, it is not me. On top of having my Etsy shop where I sell the spell jar kits and candle magic ritual kits, I have my own website, www.oraclebreemarie.com, where I offer pre-recorded tarot readings. I have a whole group of people that go specifically to those readings. I do astrology readings, I do rune readings, I do any and every kind of reading you could think of on my website. They're usually pretty lengthy. My readings are very in-depth there, but I am also a spiritual advisor on Keen. So in the limited amount of time that I have to work from home, it's usually pretty jam-packed full. I am a psychic medium on Keen. I also offer mediumship readings on my website. So I do a little bit of everything in the spiritual world, the astrology world, the healing world. Every time I pull a card for myself from a deck asking a soul card for myself, I either get the star or light, always, or the wizard. I'm always pulling the wizard, and then apparently I was a wizard in a past life, like I said. So that's pretty cool. I brought that in with me. But so yeah, I do anything and everything just to kind of get that out there. So I belong to quite a few different groups here on Instagram. So I have an associate's degree in business administration. I started to go back for my bachelor's in communication, and that didn't work out. I was actually going to go back for my bachelor's to be not a counselor, like a psychologist of some sort. And then I realized that I could do it for free in the spirit world. So didn't need education for that. Very cool. I'd like to say that I'm super down to earth. I love nature. I love being outside. Pretty easygoing. One of the most unjudgmental and unbiased people you'll ever meet, which is why for my whole life people come to me with their problems. Because I'm a problem solver. I'm a helper. I never make anyone feel any type of certain way. And anyone else who is a very old soul will agree, when you've been through many of lifetimes where you've done many different things, you don't judge people on their life journey, on their life path, on the blueprint that they chose for their life when they came here, because we've been there too. Just last week I was in the shower, and I love true crime junkie. So I was listening to some true crime, and I had a split thought. I was like, I've never killed anybody. Right? My soul's never killed anybody. And then I heard 4. I was like, oh shit, I've killed 4 people. My soul. I mean, I'm sure I wasn't like a murderer, but I've had to kill in past lives. So that was pretty interesting. But we've all been there and done that, or we're going to. You know, if you're a new soul, you're going to come back and you're going to do some crazy shit. So yeah, I'm not judgmental. You'll definitely learn that about me. But, I'm really at a point in my life where I just want peace. I just want peace. We're all on the healing journey. I'm on a physical healing journey. I have some health problems I'm dealing with, but I don't really get triggered too often anymore. It's mostly just a lot of reflection. I don't judge how others live their life, because to each their own. I don't try to force or push my opinions or beliefs or the way I live my life on anybody. I'm really at a point where all I want is peace. Like, if you don't bring peace into my space, into my personal space, then I'm sorry, but can't do it. Can't do it. Not doing the chaos anymore. I just want to live life and enjoy, like I'm at the point in my life where I can just be happy, and I'm super happy with that. I'm not trying to create problems anymore. I don't try to make mountains out of molehills. I'm just living my life, doing my own thing, and helping others on their life path journey. And yes, if you've been brought into my life, I love that you're here. I love that you've been brought into my life, and I want to know more about you. To finish off my other video, I'm super honored and excited to be a part of this community, and I can't wait to see who else I'm going to meet. Oh, and yes, my eyes are green, but no, they're not this green. I am obsessed with this filter on TikTok. So I don't generally talk too much about myself, but I am an open book. If there's anything you want to know, go ahead and shoot me a message and ask. If you get readings from me, I talk a lot about my personal experiences in my readings, which is why my customers probably feel more connected with me, because I do talk a lot about things that I've been through, to empathize with things that I see someone else is dealing with. So other than that, I probably made this too long. You're probably going to have to head over to YouTube and finish watching it. But I have completed my mission on introducing myself to you guys. And yeah, I love you all. Love, light, and blessings.